Like to call to order the Landmarks Commission meeting for November 25th, 2024. Time is currently 7 p.m. Roll call, please.
Roll call, Pete Lynch.
Here.
Dave Craycraft.
Here.
Rich Dobda here. Roger White.
Here.
Whit Wardell.
Here.
Linda Bowling.
Here.
Can I get an approval of minutes for October 28th, 2024 meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes of October 28th.
I'll second.
Roll call, Linda Bowling.
Yes.
Whit Wardell.
Yes.
Roger White.
Yes.
Rich Dobda, yes. David Craycraft.
Yes.
Pete Lynch.
Yes.
The first application for tonight's agenda is CA 24-054. The address is 20 Fairfield Street. Two-part request this evening. The applicant is requesting to replace the front door on the home and then also replace the rear storm door. Up on the screen is a photograph of the subject property. The front of this building currently has a storm door and the front man door. Both are being requested to be replaced. No storm door is being proposed for this replacement on the front. The applicant has provided photographs of the storm door to be removed and the existing front door to be removed, noting that the storm door is damaged as well as damage to the front door. The front door also is non-insulated, so it's looking to put something a little more secure in its place. The applicant has proposed the new solid core door on the right. This door does have a decorative window in the top section, but again, no storm door is being proposed to go in front of this. To the rear, the applicant is looking to replace the existing screen door that is damaged with the new proposed screen door. The new screen door will have a half-light door to it to keep it a little safer for the tenants that rent the space, and also to protect the wooden door that's behind it. If there's any questions for me, I'd be glad to help answer. Applicants here to ask questions if you have any for them as well.
Applicant present? Would you mind stepping up to the podium, please?
Sure.
If you would, just sign in.
You want my personal address or the address of the property?
Andrew? Personal address is fine.
Okay.
Is that front door, is that the original door? I wonder if the house looks pretty old. I mean, with the style of the three windows like that.
We had one in our house that was an addition to the house, and that was in the late 60s, early 70s of that same style.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think this was built in the 60s. I'm looking, not seeing it now.
Sir, is that a true wood door that's in there now?
It appears to be a laminate. It's hollow core. It's almost like a cheap interior door, I guess, is what I would say. So it's not insulated or anything. So laminate and then like a frame is.
We are replacing the back door as well, not just the
No. The back door is beautiful. It's in great shape. So that's why I'm gonna put the screen door on that to protect it. I think, I've actually got a picture of it on my phone if you want to see it, but the back door is a beautiful wood door that, no, I want to preserve that for sure.
So the proposed screen door is going to go on the back?
That's correct. That will be on the rear to replace what you're
Okay.
seeing there.
Okay.
And then on the front, so that door, and then also there's a screen door on the front and that's got holes in it. You can see both on the left and on the right. And in speaking with Andrew, he suggested that we just remove the, instead of replace that, because we're going to put a exterior door, insulated door, not even put a screen door. Don't replace a screen door, just go with the exterior insulated door.
Hey, Andrew, could you go back to the front elevation of that house, please? I'm just looking at the style of the windows. You know, it looks like the windows in the living room, are those, is that like a?
I think they're aluminum.
They're all aluminum. They're not old
I
wood
know,
or anything.
but is it like the side lights, not the picture window, but the side lights, does that look like just a 2/2, or is there a grid down the middle of those?
They're a 2/2.
I can't say for certain, but looking at that, it looks just like a 2/2.
Yeah, and Dave, the windows for the bedrooms are also 2/2s. Very, I guess, a unique style.
Plan to paint the front door?
Yeah, I haven't thought that far ahead, but yeah, I assume so. We actually do like the color, so if we could find maybe something similar to that. But yeah, I would assume so. Like I said, I haven't thought that far ahead. That should come primed, so it'll look more, I think those are more kind of gray, like an off-white.
I think I was confused by this picture. I thought that was the front door itself, it just had a storm door on it.
Yeah, that's got me too.
Do we need to first color of the door?
We do not. I was just curious. Do you have any further questions? I would like to make a motion that we approve application CA-24-054 as presented.
I'd like a second.
Roll call, please.
Linda Bovee,
Yes.
Roger White,
Yes.
Whit Wardell,
Yes.
Rich Stoudemire, yes. David Craycraft.
Yes.
P. Lynch.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Is that
you.
it?
Yep, you're all set.
Okay, wonderful, thanks. Can I depart? I don't need to stick
You
around,
can.
right? Okay, great.
Thanks.
The next application for tonight's agenda, CA 24055. The address of the property is 38 West Waterloo Street. The request this evening is for a new wooden fence to screen the parking lot located just to the left of the building here. The subject property, Hartman's Auto Service Center, has received a preliminary award for the facade improvement grant program that was offered by the city for projects enhancing and maintaining some elements in the downtown district. Part of the proposal that won the award for discussion tonight was to screen the parking lot adjacent to the business here. The applicant has requested for this stockade wooden fence to be painted black like the attached photo. Location would be this red line here up on the screen. This fence, its whole intent behind it is to help screen the parking lot from the public right-of-way. If there's any questions, be glad to help answer. Applicant's here to answer any questions you guys have as well.
Is there any fences at all along High Street or Waterloo?
From a commercial
downtown.
perspective, downtown, no. It's also more unusual that this is a vacant lot that has been used for a gravel parking area, so it's actually its own buildable lot downtown. But what makes it more unusual is that the parking's located to the side of the business. Typically, parking's located behind. The adjacent property, Joe Vino here has a similar situation, but that is on a shared lot. This is its own independent parcel.
So the fence will go to the Joe Vino building,
Correct.
and it will go to your building?
Yeah, yes.
So that will
Pickens-
eliminate that pass-through that you have there?
It will what?
Eliminate the little driveway per se?
Yes.
That you
You-
have.
Yeah, you won't be able to get a car through there.
Okay.
I don't
And
know if
then the area that The gravel, it's going to be gravel and grass, or is it going to be grass all the way to the fence?
Well, it's got to go 7 feet back from the sidewalk, is that what you said? So, I think,
Just about, yes.
yeah, and there's some, it's mostly gravel in that lot, but there's some grass that maybe we could put some bushes in, and then we're thinking like decorate it, like with bunting for the 4th of July and, you know, stuff for greenery for Christmas. And Mr. Pickens said he could have it done by Christmas in the Village.
Did you make a decision to have the openness of this for a reason as opposed?
Yes, Lucas said that that's what they want for all the new builds around, so.
Didn't know.
That's what, I didn't either.
Has there been any discussion on plantings as opposed to a fence across the front of there?
Not that I know of.
What do you mean, don't even put a fence there?
Yeah, if it had a whole hedgerow or something there, I think would be a lot more appropriate than a fence, or at least some plantings along with the fence, so it wasn't just one solid wall. And like Mr. White said, I think definitely to extend the grass all the way back to the fence if we're gonna do that, so that it's not a mix of gravel and grass. Any thoughts on plantings? Some boxwoods or something in there to help break the fence?
Help break it up.
Do we have to
You have
approve
the fence
plans?
and the boxwoods.
Well, I don't know about boxwoods, but maybe there's other kind that are green all year round.
Like
I forget the name of it.
Like a Taxus Everlow.
No, not that. It's, you should go by my house. We've just redone the whole thing on the outside and,
But just some type of
Yes.
planting.
How tall does it get, Elaine?
not very tall.
Maybe
Like a-
half of the height of the fence? It says 48-inch high wood fence. So these plantings would maybe not even be half that you're talking about?
Not yet. I mean, the ones at my house aren't yet.
Andrew, would the plantings qualify for the program, the grant?
So that has already been awarded. So that would be something, if Landmarks thinks that's necessary for this application to move through, can make that determination, but the facade improvement program application's already been submitted and awarded. The process following the approval is going to Landmarks for further compliance.
Can we approve this fence with kind of a contingency on bringing back a plant overview, kind of a site plan to show what kind of plantings could go in here?
The problem I see with that is that she'd like to have it done before Christmas.
Well,
in
the
Village.
fence, she could get the fence up, but to have to
Oh.
come back and add some plants, you probably don't want to do that till spring.
Would you want to review the specific plants, or are you just more concerned that there's plant material in that area?
I think that's a really prominent spot.
It'll
I
be a-
personally would like to see a site plan of what kind of plantings would go along
It will
there.
be 100% better than what's there now.
I do agree with that.
Okay.
I do agree with that.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm only seeing a red line on here. Is there a gate or anything like that?
No.
Okay, how do the customers get to their car?
I
It's in
think they
that
can
line.
walk through. I think they're gonna be.
So
able to
there's an
walk,
opening.
But there's no car, no. A car won't be able to get through, but
But you could leave like a pedestrian
Yeah.
opening?
Okay, that's what I was asking. Is there a way for
I mean,
the
you talking
customers to
right
get in?
here?
Yes, something there.
Like
Just
a little
like
3-foot opening or something there?
Yeah, 3
Okay,
5 foot
well,
opening.
that's more of a roof overhang, not a hangover. An overhang, which I couldn't see on the smaller picture, so it does look like there is a way to get through.
Okay.
Because being a customer, I'm always.
Oh, I know.
I'm not wanting to walk all the way around the block to get to my car.
I mean, I guess I'm not a big fan of that fence design. I've just never seen a fence down there.
Is
In the
there-
downtown area.
I haven't either. I guess that's why I was thinking plantings, just to help break it up a little bit. It's not gonna buffer a whole lot.
But you said,
So that fence design, a good example of where it's been built is the new industrial buildings along 33. You can see
Oh.
that they have the sound wall. On top of that mound is this style of fence.
And it does look nice.
Lucas, isn't this fence supposed to be keeping us from seeing all of the parked cars? I mean, isn't that part
It's
of the idea?
The idea of this fence is to help obscure the vehicle, yes.
Well, it's
And
pretty
also,
open
I
for
think, to
that.
control the vehicles so they're not encroaching on the sidewalk.
Well, yeah, that'll definitely help that.
As you can see in this one photograph, the one car is well, two of them are far,
They're in the grass.
yeah, they're in the grass, so.
well, maybe on occasion, the fence will have to be repaired.
Andrew, is it fair to say that that red line is quite a bit more than 7-foot setback?
So I was, when I was looking at the red line here, it would be about 7 feet of gravel that is lost. So, this vehicle right here is about 18 feet long, and you're just about halfway through the vehicle. From the sidewalk, you're probably closer to.
Closer to the edge of the grass.
20 feet, but
Okay.
about 7 feet of the gravel is going to be reduced.
So there wouldn't be a whole lot of grass to have to be repaired there? then?
No, the reasoning behind this placement of the line is this fence at this height can't go any closer to the street than that corner of the building, because then it's in the front yard setback. At this location, that's as close as it can get, still be within the side yard setback. So that's where this line took place, because if this line was closer, the 48 inches would have to drop to 36, which makes it a totally different application.
Plus, you'd see all the cars, basically. I mean, cars, even, 36 inches. I mean, you're gonna see them anyway, but at least it'll be obscured. But I like the planting idea in front of the fence. I think it'll soften the fence itself and soften what's behind it.
In other words, what you're saying, David, is to put the fence in but we would require some type of planting to be done in the
Right.
spring.
But I think if you can get the fence in by Christmas in the Village, I think that would be a big plus.
Would you be opposed to painting the fence like a dark brown as opposed to black?
I just did what Lucas said.
I think there's a lot of bronze and browns in the surrounding buildings I think would be better than black. Kind of trying to steer away from all the black that's been for the last 20 years.
Is the fence, is it pressure treated?
Yeah, it'd be pressure treated.
Okay. And 4x4s? I mean, those look pretty hefty, that post, or you think they'll do 6x6?
There's a trim in front of it. That's a trim board.
About 4x4 with a flat.
Maybe a 1x6 or something. Or a 1x4. I mean, but those look bigger than 1x4s. I mean, even the top rail.
Yeah, it looks like a 1x6
Mm-hmm.
to me. I don't mind the fence style, although I do agree with Linda, it's not gonna totally cover the vehicles, but I think with some planning sporadically, that'll help break it up.
I just think stockade fences, full stockade fences are so ugly. I mean, I think this is a good compromise for what's there.
Well, it's too late to do plantings.
This year,
Well, yeah, in the
sure.
spring. We could do all of them.
Would that be okay to bring a site plan back in the spring for us to approve planning?
Well, you want me to just ask, like, what kind of, my neighbor told me what kind of plants to get.
But you
I
can
still
still
think
do the
that-
fence. We're not gonna postpone building the fence.
Just being right on the main drag, I think to see it doesn't have to be anything fancy, but just to kind of let us know. I think the evergreens are a good idea so that they're green all year round. That was the only reason I threw out boxwoods. There's lots of choices.
I think a good idea would be to have the parking blocks, she should consider parking blocks along.
In front of that fence.
Yes, because what's going to happen is these cars are going to come in and bang the fence from the parking lot side.
I hope not.
Well, the parking blocks could at least
Prevent
control
you
them
from
some.
having
I mean, it's just something that you might want to consider because of the maintenance of replacing fence panels.
Yeah, that's built into the grant too. If something happens to it, we have to fix it. It has to be up for 5 years.
Mhm.
And then the color of the fence, dark brown versus black? Because we need to approve the color too, right? Being that-
I personally think that's gonna be better. There's just been an awful lot of, after seeing that house on the corner that's right behind the wine shop that got painted all black.
Well, it won't be painted anyway till spring.
Still, I'm just not a big fan of the black.
So you could come back in the spring with plantings and paint. That way you can get it put up here in the next couple weeks. You want to set a date on that so we can let Ms. Hartman know what time frame, and I can put that in the letter with the approval.
I would assume you'd want to do it as early spring as.
Just
as
in
you
March
can,
or
so
before. March meeting or
March
before.
agenda.
Okay.
All right.
Does that sound fair?
That's fine.
Okay.
So you want to give some time to think about the color as well, and we can just approve it at that time?
I just did what Lucas said.
Maybe Lucas should be at this.
He said
meeting.
that they had some uniform look that they want, and.
We have a cut sheet for how this fence is to be designed for that other project as well.
I like the fence, just don't like the black.
But I don't think it's a black. I don't think it's more like a
Charcoal.
burnt black kind of.
I can help provide you some colors as well.
So today, we just want to approve the style of fence.
Yeah, and if you want the condition for the applicant to come back with
Yes, I'll do that.
colors and landscaping, then just include that, please.
Any further questions? I'd like to make a motion that we approve application CA-24-055 with the construction of the fence to be pressure-treated lumber and to match the specifications that the city has, apparently. We were gonna wait on the color until spring, and also with the condition that the applicant come back for the March agenda with a site plan showing what kind of plantings and where those plantings can go.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Pete Lynch,
Yes.
David Kirkhoff.
Yes.
Rich Dodd, yes. Roger White,
Yes,
Whit Wardell.
Yes.
Linda Bovee.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Elaine.
Thank you, Elaine. I'll send you a copy of the approval letter
Okay.
tomorrow in the mail.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
The next application for tonight's agenda is CA 24056. Applicant is 15 East Waterloo Street. The request this evening is for a new hanging sign. The subject property here on the left, the applicant recently moved into this space and is requesting to hang a new aluminum panel sign from the bracket here on the building. Excuse my poor square and my photoshopping skills. But the applicant has provided two options here for the sign. One's a 24 by 24 dimension with a border. The second is a 26 by 22 dimension. Both sign sizes are very similar to what's been approved for this facility within the last 15 years. So any questions for me, glad to answer. Applicant's here to answer any questions you guys have.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is this your logo that's
Yeah,
on the sign?
yes.
And have you been in business a long time?
I have been in business since 2022. That's my first studio location.
The only reason I ask, I'm an artist,
Uh-huh.
a graphic artist.
Yeah.
And especially if you make this a lot smaller, I think the S kind of looks like a G.
Yeah, I've actually heard that before.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a G.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Jera. Yeah.
Jaragel. Well, maybe people would be like, Jaragel is a weird name. Maybe I should check her out. Works out.
That's my only problem with it, is that you probably don't want to redesign it at this point.
I mean, I'd rather not. I paid a lot of money for it. But I mean, if I need to, then I will, I guess.
I don't have a problem with that, I'm just thinking that it's hard to read.
Yeah, I get that.
I like the way it looks, but I agree, I was a little unsure exactly what it said when I first looked at it.
It could almost look like an 8 at some point if you're looking at it kind of sideways.
The first example of the 24 by 24, is that color supposed to kind of match the siding? Is that the idea?
To be honest, my husband got me this sign for my birthday, and he got the wrong color. But I don't want to tell him that. It's supposed to be like an emerald green is how my logo looks, but it's much more muted, so it's more like a gray green.
Do you know which sign he picked, the 24 by 24 or the 26?
I think the smaller one.
The 24 by 24?
Yeah, 26 by 24.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
I like this one better personally.
I'll
Yeah.
second that.
You can see it a little bit in the window. Mike said I'm
Is that
allowed
the
to
actual
put.
sign?
Yeah, that's the actual sign.
Okay.
Mike said I can put stuff in the window, just not outside the building yet.
Yeah, I think that one looks much
You
better.
can't zoom in on that, can you, Andrew?
Yeah.
And that size is a 26 by 22? Or is that the square one? Well, it doesn't matter.
I'm not sure.
But that'll be the sign that goes up?
Yeah. And there's already like a bracket there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really high. I don't know how I'm gonna get it up there, actually.
So there will be,
I'll
will
figure it
there
out.
be a phone number anywhere on the, I mean, I know there isn't one on the sign, but
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I think I might, just put like my website on the door, like the inside of the door with like vinyl letters or something. I wasn't sure what all I was allowed to have, so for the time being, I just did my, logo.
So on your door, you can do, if you have standard hours,
Mm-hmm.
that could be on the door. You can put your website, your Instagram, whatever, however you want to tag yourself.
Okay,
That's totally fine.
okay, cool. Awesome. I do have to get more, another address sticker set too. I had my, fire inspection the other day, and they said to get that.
Do you know if the sign panel that you already have, is it solid aluminum, or does it look like aluminum with plastic in the middle?
The extruded.
I'm not really sure. It's kind of thick. So maybe there's plastic in the middle.
Just to warn you that if you hang the aluminum composite material, so if it has plastic in the middle, it'll start to like make a
To
funny
warp.
shape. Yeah.
Okay,
So you definitely want solid aluminum there.
okay.
Yeah, when he came in and pulled the permit, I told him it's just a sheet of basically raw aluminum. They put a sticker on both sides.
Okay,
Kind of like a stop sign.
okay. Yeah, it's a little thicker than that. Because I think he was worried about it like swinging a lot, like if it's really light, like in the wind. He's home with our kids. I was gonna just send him, since he has all the answers. Don't tell him I said that.
No other concerns here.
Anyone want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve CA-24-056 as is.
second?
Roll call, Pete Lynch,
Yes.
Dave Craycraft.
Yes.
Rich Dodd, yes. Roger White,
Yes.
Whit Wardell.
Yes.
Linda Bowman.
Yes.
If you go look at Chloe's Spa sign right across the street, they have that sheet of aluminum with it And it
Okay.
just depends on how you attach the sign to the bracket, how much it'll swing. So
Okay,
the more you hang it down, the more
the
it'll
more
swing.
it will swing.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, well, thank you so much.
thank you.
Let me know if you need a headshot or anything.
Good luck with your studio.
Thank you.
For old new business, city council has appointed Patrick Lynch to serve as the 7th member on the Landmarks Commission. So he, after much consideration, has decided to come back and volunteer some more time in front of you guys. He's great, great to have him back. I found his persistentness on some issues to be very welcome in this kind of role, so I've told him he can come back either this next meeting in December or in January, whichever worked better for his schedule. But this would be completing Dr. Kelly's seat through 2026, I believe. Also, speaking of the December landmarks meeting, per normal tradition, it falls awkwardly around Christmas every year. So I've tentatively moved that date to December 17th. That's a Tuesday at 7 o'clock. So if I got at least 4 people in this room that can attend, we can hold that meeting here in a couple weeks. I'm going to keep the submittal deadline still the same so the public doesn't get super confused. Just be the actual meeting date will be a week before on Tuesday. That way it's not on Christmas or, you know, a couple days before Christmas when everybody's traveling. So if that works for a majority of you here this evening, then I don't have anything else for order new business.
Works for me.
When's our Christmas party?
On the 17th,
7 p.m.?
7 PM.
I was kidding.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:33.
I will second. Roll call, Linda Boving,
Yes.
Whit Wardell,
Yes.
Roger White,
Yes.
Rich Doubty, yes, David Kirkcraft.
Yes.
Pete Lynch.
Yes.
Thank you.